Hi, everybody. This is the Freeland Cheer podcast.
And the hosts of this podcast are Avery Mertz,
Berlin Bayer.
I am here with Berlin Bayer and Emily Hayes about basing. What is basing exactly?
Bases are athletes that hold the flyer or the top girl in the air during the stunt.
Bases are solid and usually assigned together by height to create a level platform for the flyer to act.
Does it hurt to be a base or is it painful to be a base?
Depends if your flyer is in the right position or if they dig into your shoulders, then it might hurt.
Or if flyers are hurting your shoulders or pushing their thumbs in your shoulders, it will hurt. Hi, I'm interviewing Avery Mertz and Gwendolyn Goodenough about flying. What is flying?
The flyer or the top is the person that is in the air during a stunt.
This is the person that is commonly the main focus of the stunt.
Flyers must stay tight throughout the entire stunt.
The flyer must control their weight by squeezing everything from their thighs to their shoulders, and if you don't squeeze enough, then you might fall.
Does it hurt to be a flyer?
No, it does not hurt to be a flyer, but if the bases or the back spot drop you forward or down, it will hurt really bad.
Sometimes it can hurt, but most of the time it barely hurts. It only hurts if you fall or someone pinches you.
Hi, my name is Avery Mertz, and I'm here with Olivia McInnes and Alexis Zisler. They are front spots on Freeland Middle School cheer, and what is exactly a front spot?
The front spot stands in front of the flyer in a stunt grip.
The front spot will catch the flyer's ankles to prevent falling forward.
The front spot often provides extra support to the ankles and wrists in higher stunts such as a ground up.
The front spot is there. A flyer should never fall forward, but rather backward.
Does a front spot hurt?
To me, no, it doesn't because it's not very hard, but on a ground up it does hurt your wrist a little bit.
I would say no unless they fall forward.
Hi, my name is Berlin Bayer, and I'm one of the hosts from this podcast. I'm interviewing Haley Manager from the Freeland Middle School cheer. She's a back spot. What is back spotting, Haley?
This is the person standing behind the stunt. They help dip or jump the fly into the base's hands. They do so by using their hands to support the fly's back end, then push it up into the air. Once it's in the air, they will hold the fly's ankles, providing support.
Does it hurt? Is it painful to be a back spot?
It can be if they're too heavy on your shoulders while we're spinning, or it can hurt if they're pushing back on my hands.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Avery Mertz, and I'm one of the hosts of this Freeland Cheer podcast, and I'm here with Emily Hayes, and she's a base, and we're going to be interviewing her about how she likes basing. Do you like basing, or is it painful or anything like that?
I like basing, but it depends how good your flyer is. Because if they're new, it gets really frustrating.
Hi, my name is Berlin Bayer. I'm one of the hosts from this podcast. I'm interviewing Haley Manager, and I'm going to be interviewing her about her opinion about cheer.
I really like cheer because I think it's exciting to win medals and for a lot of people watching you in sideline. And yeah, that's it.
Hi, my name is Avery Mertz, and I'm one of the hosts of this podcast. I'm here with Olivia McInnes, and she's going to tell us about her opinion about cheer. How do you like cheer so far? Is it going good?
Well, I like cheer, and I like the practicing, and I think the first comp was really fun, and I like just the people and the coaches.
How do you like flying in front spotting?
Well, I like flying more than front spotting just because front spotting is a little boring, but flying is definitely fun because you can do a lot of tricks up in the air.
Hi, my name is Berlin Bayer, and I'm one of the hosts from Freeland Cheer podcast. I'm interviewing Gwendolyn Goodenough about cheer. How do you like cheer, Gwen?
I love it. I really like the competitions and meeting new people, and I really like basing and flying.
Hi, my name is Avery Mertz, and I'm here with Alexis Zisler, and she's going to be telling us about her opinion about cheer. How do you like cheer, Alexis?
I like cheer because I like meeting new people, and my position is basing, and I like to base.
Don't you also fly sometimes too?
Yes, I like going up in the air, and yeah.
We are the hosts of this podcast. I'm Berlin Bayer.
And I'm Avery Mertz, and we are here with the whole cheer team that we have interviewed. First, we have Gwen, and she's going to be telling us how our first competition went.
I think it went really well. And even though it was our first competition, we messed up a little, but that's just learning curves.
I'm interviewing Olivia McKennis about how her first competition went. How do you think it went?
I think the sixth grade team did really good, and we were definitely on cue, and we definitely were good, like walking on the mat, and definitely on stunts. And the MS team did great too, and I think we did really good on our first competition.
Next, we have Caitlin Austin, and she's going to be telling us how our first competition went. How do you think it went, Katie?
I think the competition went really well. The sixth grade team did absolutely amazing. The middle school did really good too. We did mess up on a few of the words, but we made it look really good, and it ended up really good.
I'm interviewing Emily Hayes about our first competition. How did it go, Emily?
I think our first competition went great. We certainly could have done better. We need to add on to our routine more, but it went great.
Next, I'm here with Alexis Zisler, and how do you think our first competition went, Alexis?
I think our first competition went good. We didn't finish the whole thing, but we were pretty close, and now we finished.
I'm interviewing Haley Maringer, and I'm going to be interviewing her about how the competition went, our first competition went. How do you think our first competition went, Haley?
I think we did really good because we were they called us out for 5th and 7th place, and the middle school team did really good on their stunts, and the 6th grade team did really good by not falling on their stunts.
I'm interviewing Avery Mertz about how our first competition went. Avery, how do you think our first competition went?
I think it went great. The middle school team did really good, but they messed up a little bit, but they made it look like it was part of the routine, and also the 6th grade team also did really good. Hi, my name is Avery Mertz, and I'm one of the hosts of this Freeland Cheer podcast, and I'm here with Berlin Beyer, and I'm going to ask her, how do you think our first competition went?
I think it went really well, except for the Freeland FMS team forgot their words, and it was kind of scary, and we got 5th place, but overall I think it was pretty good.
Next, me and Berlin are going to be talking about safety. Our first safety rule is that you always need to be in good shape before the season starts.
Our second safety rule is always stretch and condition and warm up before comps and practice.
You should always practice on mats and trampolines or like spring floors. Next, I'm interviewing Emily Hayes. So Emily, how do you think the season is going so far for you?
I think the season is going really great, and we can definitely do better, though.
Emily, also, how do you like your team?
I really like my team. They're all really good at cheer, and they're all my friends.
So the last question I'm going to ask you, how do you like Coach Trav?
I like our coach. I wish she didn't come up with the idea with split practices, but she does a great job at coaching us.
Next, I'm going to be interviewing Alexis Zisler. How do you think the season is going so far, Alexis?
I think the season's going good so far, but we still need to finish round 3.
So Alexis, how do you like your team?
I like our team. I feel like we get yelled at sometimes because people aren't listening, and so we have to run.
So Alexis, how do you like having split practices?
I like them because she can teach us more, but also you don't get to be with all your friends.
The last question I'll be asking you, Alexis, is how do you like Coach Trav?
I like Coach Trapp. I feel like she's a good coach, and she teaches us a lot.
Next, we will be interviewing Haley Maringer. Haley, how do you think the season is going so far?
I think it's going pretty good because I think we did pretty good on our first competition, and that's pretty much it.
Also, Haley, how do you like your team?
I really like the people who I'm with. I just miss some of my friends on the other team. So like Berlin and Katie, all of them mostly.
Haley, how do you like having split practices?
I don't really like it because I feel like that sometimes I feel like that the other team might do better than us, and then because they have more advanced things, I know they're more advanced. I just wish we were on the same team because then I feel like it'd just be more exciting to be on one team.
Haley, the last question I'll be asking you today is how do you like the coach?
I like Coach Trapp a lot. She's probably one of my favorite coaches I've ever had because I've had a lot of coaches before, and I think she's really nice, and she's really young, so she can kind of relate to us and stuff, and she's really funny.
So I'll be interviewing Gwendolyn Goodenough. So Gwen, how do you think our season is going so far?
I think it's really good, and I think everybody is having a good time and all that stuff.
So Gwen, how do you like your team?
I really like them. They're really nice, and everybody kind of gets along, and Coach Trav makes us all get along and makes us split into groups so you can meet those new people and you're not always by your best friend.
Also, Gwen, how do you like having split practices?
I don't like them. I feel like we are all one big happy family, so we shouldn't be split up. And I don't like that we're split up because I want to see my friends on the other team sometimes, but I can't see them at practice, and so it's kind of unfair.
All right, Gwen, this is the last question I'm going to ask you. How do you like Coach Trav?
I really like her. She's really nice, and she has a lot to teach us, but I wish that we didn't have split practices, but I still really like her because she's really nice and knows a lot about cheer and wants to help us.
All right, thank you. All right, next up we have Gwen and her nickname. Okay, so Gwen, what is your nickname and how did you get it?
My nickname's Gwendy, and I got it because we are all at practice, and I was like, we all need nicknames. So I was thinking, and one of my sister's friends that used to do cheer, she always called me Gwendy, so I thought it stuck because she used to do cheer, and that's what she called me. So, yeah.
All right, thank you. All right, we're back here with Gwen. Gwen, what's your favorite stunt to do, and how do you do it?
So what we do is it's called an elevator, and you go up and hold it about at your shoulders, and it's really fun, and I'm a base or a flyer during that. I can be either.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm here with Chunky/Haley, and we're talking about her nickname and how she got it. So her nickname is Chunky, and take the floor, Haley.
So basically, me, Berlin, and Alexis were in science class. We were working, and I was calling computer mice Chunky or whatever as a joke, and then we kept saying Chunky, and Berlin was like, "You're body shaming the mice or whatever," and it was we were just laughing a lot, and then we talked about chunky butt or whatever, and then Berlin and Lex started be calling me that as a joke, but then we kind of thought it was too long and kind of inappropriate, so they started calling me Chunky, and now everybody calls me Chunky. Before it was just it was just cheer, but now literally everybody calls me that.
Yeah, so it just came up with a nickname. It was a really fun nickname and everything, so...
Oh, apparently when I'm bad, I get called Skinny.
Yeah, so she doesn't like to be called Skinny.
And people call me Skinny just to mess with me.
Yeah. All right, we're back with Chunky/Haley. And, Chunky, what is your favorite stunt to do?
It's probably a ground up and we go back into a shoulder sit. So basically, I get on the floor behind Marissa and we lift up into an elevator and she goes into a sponge and she spreads her legs and goes over my head into a shoulder sit and then we spin, and I just think it's really fun because we look really cool while we're doing it.
Yeah, and what is it called? Oh my gosh, I cannot think. When we're going up to elevator, elevator is about at your shoulders, so when you're lifting them up to your shoulders.
Next, I'll be asking Emily what her favorite stunt is. Emily, what's your favorite stunt?
My favorite stunt is a ground up. I just think it's really fun and it turns out pretty cool.
So Emily, what's your nickname and how did you get it?
My name is Eminem. I just got it because it goes along with my name, and we felt like we needed a cheer nickname.
All right, so here's Alexis. Alexis, what is your nickname and how did you get it?
My nickname is Cookie, and I got it because I'm sweet and funny.
Yes. So what is your favorite stunt to do and how do you do it?
My favorite stunt is an elevator, and the bases, I hop up into a sponge, and then the bases bring me up to their shoulders.
All right, thank you.
This is the end of our Freeland Cheer podcast. We're very thankful that we got to interview some of the cheer girls, and stay tuned for part 2 if we have an episode 2.